If you're a true Liverpool fan, subscribe to Anfield Signal. Report, Liverpool told to pay £61 million to beat Man City in the race for summer signing. Cambiasso emerges as tactical solution for Liverpool. Liverpool's recruitment team have always liked footballers who think quicker than the game moves. Those versatile operators who can do two jobs before the opposition have finished one. And in Andrea Cambiasso, Juventus may well possess precisely that sort of player. Reports first highlighted by Caught Offside suggest Liverpool are among a queue forming for the Italian international, with Manchester City and Real Madrid also circling. Juventus, never a soft touch in the market, are said to value Cambiasso at around £52 million to £61 million, or roughly Euro 60-70 m. That is not pocket change, even in an inflated market, but it is the sort of fee clubs pay when they believe a player solves several problems at once. As one report states, clubs like Liverpool, Manchester City and Real Madrid are keeping a close eye on Juventus fullback Cambiasso. Juventus are expected to demand between €60 to €70 million before engaging seriously. It is the sort of line that tends to precede a summer saga. Versatility gives Juventus star real appeal. Cambiasso's appeal lies not in one outstanding attribute but in the complete footballing brain. Juventus have used him at left back, right wing and even as a left-sided midfielder. Luciano Spalletti's tactical tinkering has exposed a player comfortable wherever the chalkboard sends him. Liverpool have missed that profile. Since James Milner's departure, there has been a gap for a footballer capable of covering multiple roles without complaint or fuss. Cambiasso is cut from that cloth. For a club balancing European ambitions with domestic expectations, depth matters. A player who can slot in across the back line or push forward into midfield allows managers to alter shape mid-match. It offers insurance when injuries strike and tactical flexibility when matches demand something unexpected. And Liverpool have felt the absence of a consistent right-back option at times this season. Cambiasso, naturally left-footed but comfortable on either flank, would provide a solution without disrupting the wage structure, reportedly earning around £38,000 per week at Juventus. Transfer fee debate shapes Liverpool's strategy. Of course, admiration is cheap. Transfers are not. Juventus have Cambiasso under contract until 2029 and know exactly what they hold. They are in no rush to sell, especially to clubs they might meet on a European night. Yet Liverpool's interest makes sense if their recruitment philosophy still values durability and intelligence over hype. At £61 million, Cambiasso would not be a glamour signing in the mold of a headline striker. He would be something rarer, a footballer who strengthens a squad spine. And there is intrigue around a possible deal structure. Some reports hint Juventus might negotiate if Federico Chiesa were included in talks, though that remains speculation. Still, it illustrates how complicated these moves can become when elite clubs negotiate. Liverpool's hierarchy must weigh whether Cambiasso's versatility offsets the fee. In a market where fullbacks increasingly act as playmakers, wide midfielders and auxiliary defenders all at once, his profile fits modern demands. Squad impact could define Liverpool's season. Imagine Cambiasso stepping into Anfield. 1 week he covers at right back, another he plays wide in midfield, later he closes a game as a defensive wingback. Those are not luxuries. They are necessities in modern football. Liverpool's title ambitions depend on depth as much as brilliance. Juventus know this. That is why Cambiasso is priced like a rare commodity. And perhaps that is why Liverpool's interest feels credible. This is not about glamour or social media noise. It is about building a squad capable of adapting when systems fail or injuries mount. Anfield Watch's report frames it clearly. Cambiasso is a tactical revelation who could solve multiple problems for Liverpool. That sort of player often becomes invaluable, even if he never scores 20 goals. Whether Liverpool meet Juventus's valuation remains to be seen. But if they do, they will not just be buying a footballer. They will be investing in flexibility, reliability, and the quiet intelligence that often wins titles. Liverpool pushing to sign, talented, £52.3 million defender. He is tailor-made for the Premier League. Liverpool are reportedly among the clubs who are interested in completing the signing of Bayer Leverkusen centre-back Edmund Tapsoba this summer. The Reds have been much improved at the heart of the defence of late, with Virgil van Dijk looking back to his best and Ibrahima Konate superb after a rocky spell earlier in the season. In fact, Van Dijk was quick to heap praise on his teammate recently, making it clear how much he wants him to sign a new contract at Liverpool. Obviously I want him to stay. He's an important figure on the pitch. That's what everyone sees, but off the pitch as well, he's one of the leaders. He's outstanding and in my eyes, a world-class centre-back. I can do only so much, but it's in the club's hands, together with his agents and himself, so let's see what comes out of it, but I have no influence otherwise on that. Even if Konate does stay, a new centre-back still feels important for Liverpool this summer, and it looks as though an exciting and proven option is being looked at. According to Fussball Dayton, via Caught Offside, the Reds are pushing to sign Leverkusen ace Tapsoba, with Premier League rivals Manchester United also in the mix to snap him up. He is seen as tailor-made for the English game. Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain are mentioned, too, with the 27-year-old potentially allowed to leave his current club if a £52.3 million offer arrives in the summer transfer window. Is Edmond Tapsoba perfect for Liverpool this summer? Tapsoba could be a really shrewd signing by Liverpool at the end of the season, with Fabrizio Romano lauding his key performances for Leverkusen recently and scout Jacek Kulig once describing him as talented. The 60-cap Burkina Faso international is a Bundesliga champion, having sealed glory alongside Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong in 2023-24, so he would also know some familiar faces if he joined the Reds. Tapsoba is at a good age to come in and be a key figure for Liverpool, likely remaining at his best for 4 or 5 years, and he has both the ability and defensive tenacity to be a hit at Anfield. If the Premier League champions had Van Dijk, Konate, Tapsoba, Giovanni Leone and Jeremy Jacquet in their ranks next season, Joe Gomez could leave in the summer, they would look in great health at centre-back for the first time in a while. Curtis Jones spotted with Morgan Rogers amid £100 million Liverpool transfer links. Liverpool's links to Aston Villa star Morgan Rogers have re-emerged this week and Curtis Jones has now been spotted with the former Middlesbrough player. Liverpool have been linked to Rogers for quite some time now, and that doesn't look set to change heading into the summer. It was reported a week ago that the Reds are long-term admirers of the England international. Now, a fresh update on the situation has been provided by Ben Jacobs this week. Curtis Jones and Morgan Rogers spotted together amid Liverpool links. Rogers has agreed a fresh contract since Liverpool first showed interest, but it's thought that the Merseyside outfit, along with Chelsea, will be alive to the player this summer. As Jacobs explained, there was previous talk of an £80 million valuation for the Englishman. He said, "It'll be really interesting to see whether the new contract has changed the goalposts and Villa hold more of the cards, or whether those suitors a year ago that may return in summer 2026 point back to their £80 million plus valuation from last summer and still feel a deal is possible around those kind of terms." However, new terms for the Villa man now suggest a transfer fee closer to £100 million may be needed. It remains to be seen how Rogers' summer will play out, but if Liverpool are indeed interested, they may be hoping that Curtis Jones can put in a good word with the ex-Manchester City talent. A video posted to TikTok this week shows Jones and Rogers laughing and joking together at the recent Burberry fashion event. The duo have never played together at club level, but the 23 and 25-year-olds have linked up for England at various levels. The pair appear to have a good relationship, with Rogers previously calling Jones "my brother" on an old Instagram story. Villa are currently sat above Liverpool in the Premier League table and look set to take one of the Champions League places for 2026-27. Rogers, for his part, has 10 goals and 7 assists across all competitions this season. Xabi Alonso wants Real Madrid star to become his first Liverpool signing if appointed. Following his sacking from Real Madrid, many suspect Xabi Alonso could make his return to management with Liverpool this summer, given the drastic drop in form from last season's title-winning campaign and the uncertainty surrounding current manager Arne Slot. Alonso is reportedly already preparing his transfer wishlist for the summer should he take over, with one Real Madrid player at the top of his list. As reported by Team Talk, Xabi Alonso has reportedly told Liverpool he wants to sign Arda Güler this summer should the Premier League side appoint him as their new manager. Alonso wants to grab Güler for Liverpool. When Alonso was appointed Real manager, one of his main goals was to make Güler a central part of his system after the Turkish international struggled to make an impact in his first 2 seasons at the club, and he succeeded. Güler was one of the first names on the team sheet and managed to grab 3 goals and 8 assists during the Spaniards' time in charge. Güler is exactly the kind of playmaker Alonso loves to have in his system, just like Florian Wirtz at Bayer Leverkusen, so it's not a huge surprise that the Spaniard would want to bring one of his favorite players with him to his new role. That being said, many have questions about where Güler would fit into the Liverpool team, given the players they already have at the attacking midfield position. Alonso's former Leverkusen star Wirtz is already at the Premier League side as is Dominik Szoboszlai, who has been Liverpool's best and most consistent player this season. No coach is going to play a system with 3 attacking midfielders, so how exactly Güler would fit in remains unknown. Transfermarkt currently values Güler at €90 million, and Real would likely ask for a fee around that amount to part ways with the 20-year-old. If any transfer were to happen, one possibility could be a potential swap deal. Los Blancos have long shown interest in Dominik Szoboszlai, so Real could consider a swap deal, sending a Turkish international for a Hungarian international, as Real Madrid looks to revamp its midfield in the summer as well. Güler has been at the club since 2023, and departing after only 2 years would be a shock to many, but in the crazy world of football, anything can happen at any time. Güler has made 38 appearances across competitions this season, posting 3 goals and 12 assists. He has been given regular game time this season amid Jude Bellingham's injury. Liverpool explode into race to sign Dutch Wonderkid, who could be even better than Kees Smit, exclusive. While AZ Alkmaar's Kees Smit remains the most heralded talent in the Eredivisie, our sources suggest that Ajax star Sean Stour is now viewed by several top clubs as a potentially even better option, with Liverpool among his many elite suitors. With Smit expected to leave this summer, possibly for the Premier League, Stour could soon follow. The 18-year-old made his first-team debut last season and, after starting the campaign with Jong Ajax, has progressed to become a key part of the senior squad under interim boss Fred Grimm. A ball-playing, two-footed holding midfielder, Stour has looked completely at ease in the first team despite having fewer than a dozen senior starts. Stour's performances have caused a stir across Europe. Eintracht Frankfurt held talks in January to try and strike a deal, but quickly realized his growing reputation may put him out of reach this summer. Interest is now surging from across the channel, and Team Talk can reveal that Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester United have all been watching Stour closely in recent weeks, with scouts attending multiple Ajax games. All 3 English giants are in the market for a new holding midfielder this summer and are assessing whether Stour could be ready for the Premier League. Arsenal have been exploring young options, including Lille's Ayub Buati, but Stour's progress has made him a standout candidate. Liverpool and United, meanwhile, have Elliot Anderson, Carlos Baleba, and Adam Wharton on their radar, but Stour's name is now being discussed. Chelsea, Man City also in the mix for Ajax sensation. The interest doesn't stop there. Bluco and Citigroup, whose senior clubs are Chelsea and Manchester City, have been tracking Stour for longer than most, and both Tottenham and Newcastle, huge admirers of Smit, have also checked on Ajax's midfield prodigy. Ajax, for their part, are determined to keep Stour long-term. Some within the club believe he could be their best midfield prospect since Frenkie de Jong, a comparison that only adds to the excitement surrounding his future. The teenager has made 30 appearances across all competitions for Ajax this season, notching 2 goals and 4 assists in the process. While the campaign has been disappointing by Ajax's sky-high standards, Stour's performances and progression has undoubtedly been one of the huge positives. Stour is contracted until 2028, so Ajax are in a strong negotiating position. But with so many top sides tracking the midfielder, it's hard to see him staying in Amsterdam for long. Latest Liverpool news, Robertson race ignites / Van de Ven battle. Meanwhile, interest is heating up in Liverpool left-back Andy Robertson, who is set to become a free agent when his contract expires at the season's end. As previously reported, Celtic are keen to bring Robertson back to Parkhead, but 3 Premier League clubs are interested in him, though one of those stands effectively no chance of securing his signature. In other news, Liverpool are firmly in the mix to sign Tottenham centre-back Mickey van de Ven, who is open to leaving Spurs this summer amid their struggles on the pitch. Manchester United and Real Madrid are also keen as the Reds add another Dutch star to their shortlist. Mika Götze told to avoid Liverpool transfer as he won't be any better than Cody Gakpo. Mika Götze has been warned against joining Liverpool amid Cody Gakpo's struggles at Anfield. After the sale of Luis Diaz, the Dutch winger has been a regular feature under Arne Slot this season. However, Liverpool fans have grown frustrated by Gakpo amid his insistence on cutting inside and shooting all the time. He was once again far from his best last time out against Nottingham Forest, with Jamie Carragher saying Rion Gumaha did more in 13 minutes than the senior winger, who started the match. Mika Götze told he should not sign for Liverpool. Now, amid Gakpo's struggles, another Eredivisie talent has been urged against a move to Anfield. In a previous interview with HLN, Mika Götze expressed his desire to be like Neymar. He said, "I've always looked up to Neymar. For me, he's the best left forward ever. Actually, I still want to be him." An exciting challenge for a player, which could suggest he is going to have a bright future ahead of him. However, when speaking to Voetbal Primer, Valentin Driessen has now told Götze he should not move to Liverpool, as he would not fare any better than Gakpo. He stated, "Where is his ceiling? Far above the Eredivisie, but he needs to make progress. You shouldn't put him at Liverpool now, that won't help either. Cody Gakpo is struggling there, but you don't need to put him in that position now. He's not going to play much better than Gakpo." Götze is currently on the books of Ajax, who he joined as a youngster from Genk in 2023. Now 20, he has been promoted to the senior team and has already made 99 appearances for the Dutch powerhouse. In said ties, he has scored 21 goals and provided 20 assists, really hitting his stride in the current campaign. 2025-26 has seen Götze notch 23 goal contributions in 32 matches, all while playing on the left wing. Fans may wish to see him signed to replace Gakpo, but if the player listens to Driesen's advice, that won't be happening anytime soon.